Hello and welcome to another episode of Inspiring Africans. I am your talent host, Belesia, and I'm here sitting with the beautiful Luak, aka Naya.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
That's really good. I'm good, thank you.
So happy to be here.
Thank you. I'm just gonna interview you and ask you a few questions which your fans and other people may be interested to know and be curious about, because
Sure thing.
I'm like a big fan of you.
Fans, but okay.
I am one of your fans. So.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah. I just wanted to know, like, what inspired you to become a model and how did that make you the model that you are today?
Well, it was a bit a blur at first. I think my passion, I think, came through when I was about 13, because that's when my older sister, she studied fashion design at school, and she was really into it, and she'd make me try on her clothes and mold them for her and everything. So I think that's where everything started, and I think that's like my closest inspiration. But I guess you could say the person I look up to would be like someone like Tyra Banks, because I grew up watching America's Next Top Model every week, and once it got Foxtel, I had that stuff on repeat. I'd go and practice whatever Tyra said, just to smize and be fierce and whatnot. And I think that's where like my passion arose from, just there.
That's incredible. And with like your parents, were they supportive when you told them that you wanted to become a model? How did they react to that?
Well, I never really told them I wanted to become a model, because African parents are like, what? You want to become a model? No, you have to be a doctor first, and then a lawyer, and then an architect. It was insane. They weren't really supportive of it. They were, I guess you could say, they were just like more against it in a way, because the fact that I was really young, and in the modeling industry it can be really brutal, especially when you're young. They can take advantage of you and everything. So I think that's what they were most concerned about, the fact that I would go off track, and like education was the main for them. So as long as I had my education first, they didn't really care what I did after that. So like I think that's what I've always I've strived for that, to get my education done first, and then, or do my education at the same time but have my modeling, but to never put modeling on top of education. Although as much as I really want to, I have to realize that brains comes before looks, guys.
It's true. It's true. And being like a young African model, have you come across any challenges in the industry?
I think being young in general, no matter your ethnicity, that really does really count as a barrier as well. But being young and African, or young and black in the modeling industry, specifically in Queensland speaking, it is a bit brutal, because there's I guess there's not that much diversity here in Queensland. Unlike the other like major fashion cities like Sydney and Melbourne, they have a lot of black models down over there. But here, personally, I would get like minimal jobs and whatnot. So like with African models, we're usually more, I guess, couture, or like very high fashion. We're not really commercial, which is what they look for here in Queensland. Something to put on the billboards that everyone can relate to, and the majority of the Queensland population are very fair skinned, so didn't really always get. So that was the advantage that I found, that it came with my skin tone and whatnot.
And I'm speaking with the skin colors and stuff. I was reading an article a while ago of this model. I'm not sure if you know her. What was her name? Ajak, and how she Ajak Dang, and how she quit modeling due to like experiencing constantly experiencing racism in the industry. And I was just wondering whether you have experienced that.
She like stopped for a while, but she's back at it now, and she's doing better than ever. With me, racism, I guess it's some could take it as racism. If someone who's like me, I could take it as racism. But if it's someone that's from an like external view, they just look, it's just preference. It's not much racism, because like some clients, when they look for a model, they look for what would do best for their design and their clothing. So if a fair skin model is what they want, so the colors could show better of them, that's exactly what they're going to choose. But it's tough luck for you if had darker skin or whatever. But one thing that I find a bit like racist, I guess you could say, or like unfair, would be going to a shoot or going to a show, and everyone's backstage getting ready, getting their makeup done, but you're the only one who they don't have your shade. You would think that, you know, if you had like the whitest of models, you have to think that, you know, you're going to also get the blackest of models. It's not really, it's a bit ignorant to not think that. So that's one thing that I've experienced, you know, I'm having to bring my own things and my own foundation and my own everything for that to apply on me, whereas the other girls who are fairer skinned, they have it all laid out for them and their makeup looks on fleek.
That's interesting, because a lot of models, like African models and dark skin models, they tend to like argue with the same thing, like there's shades and stuff like that.
And even with the hair, you know, it's a bit like, it's like they never I found it that with most African models, there's a massive stereotype to it. They have to be dark skin and they have to have no hair. That's how they see it as. And I think that's sort of like also like stripping the beauty or stripping the like variety that we could offer, where with like other models or like fairer skin models, they can have like different kinds of hair, different types of color, different sorts of length, different sorts of texture, but with us it's always that one standard one that they don't really want us changing. That's one thing I find a bit, you know, unfair as well.
I just want you to take a time to, because there's like young African models there who are younger than you and they want to pursue the same, you know, the same path that you're going to, and can you give them a bit like more tips of how they can handle racism and how like to manage racism in the industry as well?
That one, what I wish someone had told me is that you're beautiful regardless of whatever the agent says or whatever the client wants, you know. Just because you didn't get picked for the job doesn't mean you're not beautiful. Doesn't mean you're not good enough. Maybe that job wasn't the good for you. Maybe there's better callings out there. And that's the same with for the younger people. Like if you're going to come across something that's going to be a bit tough for you and you can't really handle it, especially when it comes to your looks, realize that it's not the end, you know. There's going to be a lot more rejections than any other thing. Like heaps of models that are now like A-list celebrities and whatnot, they got heaps of rejections before they succeeded. I even got like a lot of rejections before I actually started doing my work and everything. So don't take it as discouragement. I guess take it as motivation to go forward and actually go out there, put yourself out there more, and enter pageants, enter everything. A lot of exposure is what you need, especially if you really want to get out there. And so like don't ever be afraid to just don't ever be afraid to put yourself out there. And especially for the younger models who want to, you know, aspire to be like really, really big. Don't let anyone stop you. But you know, education first, guys.
All the time, the brains, beauty in the brains.
Exactly.
And I recall when you were talking about, you know, the parents, how they want, you know, you obviously, and they want you to like obviously succeed into something that's more professional. You know what I mean? So what is that you're doing? Like instead of like, you know, modeling, like what else are you?
I mean, like if I had it my way, I'd do this full time. You know, it's fun. It's fun. But because the feeling when you get out there, it's great.
Who doesn't like being in front of camera?
Exactly. Right now, but with this one, I think because I'm studying journalism. I guess I was just always I guess I was an always out there person. It came with my personality, being able to talk confidently, being able to write well, living in Australia for so long and whatnot. But I mean, if I had it my ways and I had the awesome brains that I wish I did, I think I do something that's going to benefit, I guess, me more or other people in the future, health-wise, you know, because I don't know if I'm going to be living here for the rest of my life. Maybe I want to go do some projects back home in South Sudan, where I'm from, and actually help the people there. So if I could, I probably want to do something along dentistry or like health somewhere around there. But like right now, I'm just doing what I'm comfortable with, and I know like I'm up for a challenge, but right now I just feel as if, you know, journalism is a subtle thing and I know I can get through it, you know. I don't want to set the bar too high and then fail miserably. But it's okay, So definitely dentistry and journalism, definitely.
So I guess enough of the fun questions that all the ladies are curious about, because I am. What is your beauty tip? Like
my beauty tip?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I want to know. Every time I see you, you're like glowing. So I'm like, can you tell me?
No. I think it's just a matter of, I think me personally, or kind of my people, we're very lucky. We're naturally born slim, long limbed,
I'm jealous.
dark skin, smooth everything, and that really helps, especially in the modeling modeling industry, because you have some models coming in who aren't naturally a size 6 or aren't naturally a size 4, and they're having to reach shed all that weight, and it doesn't always go according to plan. People get cut, so depression happens a lot because of your size or because of the way you look. But one thing I'd always suggest is that you have to drink your water. Water is A1, if water helps with your skin, especially with your skin, it really helps. And moisturizing all the time, definitely. I moisturize just once a day. I don't do more than once a day. It's bad to go to sleep with moisturizer on, so avoid that, because you're gonna wake up with oily skin, and oily skin leads to more pimples, which I've been experiencing lately. But just a lot of water and your fruit and veg. Try and stay away from a lot of red meat. I mean, eat your red meat now and then, but not constantly. It's
really hard for Africans.
It's
really
hard for me. Especially for me, growing up in a household where it's just constant, fish and chicken and meat. Fish isn't too bad, but there's a lot of chicken and meat and all them. Those are them really fatty acids and whatnot. They're not. Stay away from acidic food. They're not really good for you. And I think they're my beauty tips, and I love my pineapple. I love my pineapple.
See, now that's way different, because I'm I don't like pineapple.
You don't like pineapple?
No, I love a mango. Mangoes.
I just have all my fruit salad.
Really?
And just have
I love it. I love
daily
it.
fruits are very important, and a lot of water. At least 3 to 4 bottles of water a day.
Yeah.
That's on a bad day, but on a good day, I drink up to about 7 bottles of water. That's a lot of peace. I always have to make sure there's a toilet around.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna steal some of your beauty tips, because I don't do that. I'm horrible when it comes to drinking water daily and stuff. I wanted to know whether you have any guilty pleasure when it comes to food, African food and Australian food. What are the ones where
guilty?
If you see, you must have some.
I guess the awesome part about this with me is that I have a fast metabolism. So as soon as I eat something, it's just gone that.
So
I'm always active. I'm doing something, and even I think the thing I shouldn't be eating most of is chocolate, but it's so good. I can't help it. Guilty pleasure is chocolate, and because if I eat too much chocolate, I get breakouts.
Oh no!
And it's so bad. And Easter just went past, so I've been having a lot of that. And so I think my guilty pleasure would definitely be chocolate. A lot of candy. I love my sweets. I've got a really bad sweet tooth. I shouldn't be doing this, especially if I want to be a dentist. Really?
Yeah. Bad example.
And I think also I first for my African side. It's all sweets. It's just all sweets. It's this little Arab dish, or I think it's Greek originally. It's baklava, and it's just pastry with honey and sugar and nuts and pastry, honey, sugar, nuts.
Oh my
goodness! Compact with sweets. Oh, I love it. I'm a sucker for sweets. Tell me that for sure.
I think you have proven that point where how most people are models don't eat well.
Oh no, models do eat. Models do eat. I don't like the stereotype. Once you're a model, you have to stop eating. You're gonna have to start eating cotton and just making. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's just putting the wrong idea out there, especially for the adults and whatnot. They think, oh my god, I'm gonna have my kids starving themselves just to look like a certain way. No, it's just a matter of keeping active. Exactly. With me, sometimes I'd be too big for a shirt or something, so I'd have to just tone up. And that's not losing weight, it's just turning a bit of that extra flubber into muscle, and it's better that way. You get that nice toned look.
Speaking of the discrimination, how do you feel about this controversy of the size 0 being in the industry?
The size 0 clothing for the models. Personally, I feel as if you are beautiful no matter what your size.
Definitely.
But sometimes there are limits. There is when you're just too skinny. And I think that what Europe has recently done, which was having models to be a certain weight and a certain height as well, for them to be able to model, so they're physically fit and healthy. I think I really like what they've done, because unlike other models, especially in America, there's a lot of extremely underweight, food deprived models, which is it's a horrible thing. I mean, if you're looking to really make this your career, why should you have to sacrifice your health, your good health for it? Personally, with me, because me, I'm naturally skinny. Like I'm naturally a size 6, and so it's not I can't really say it doesn't really affect me, because I'd go to somewhere and where they say, oh, we want you to be a size 4 or like two sizes lower, and sometimes I can't change my body because I'm as skinny as I can get, you know. So sometimes it really is a big deal, but on a larger scale, especially if you're going to be posting these on magazines and showing younger girls who are aspiring to be models that you have to be this skinny, when really you don't have to be, when there's other alternatives out there like sports modeling, for a fact, where they want you to be fit and healthy because they want you to, like, you know, really embrace that good health, that self-love about your body and everything, not having to sacrifice a lot of meal time just to look a certain way. Because for me personally, I don't think one should have to do that, you know. So about how I feel about it, I'm not agreeing with it 100%.
Definitely.
I would definitely love to see some changes in the industry, such as what Europe has just recently done. I'd love to see that more around the world as well.
Oh, that's really interesting. I agree.
Yeah.
I really do. Yeah, and I was just curious, how do you work under pressure? Because I see some videos of like runways, like you said, I watch American Next Top Models as well, and them backstage, like with all the cameras in your face, the makeup, the hair, how do you manage?
It's hectic. Like, luckily for me, I haven't been on like massive runway shows where it would be extremely hectic backstage, but it does get pressuring, and you always know that if the designer is stressed, then you're stressed. So best thing you could do is to just get changed quickly, have your equipment ready for you there. You don't want to rock up to a show or a shoot where you've got the wrong color underwear on, you're wearing hot pink underwear, but you're going to be wearing a see-through dress. Nobody wants that.
Exactly.
And that's going to stress out the designer, which is going to make you stress out, and everybody's going to be stressed out. But backstage, it's really hectic. You have to be very, you know, body confident, because you're out there changing in front of boys and boys changing in front of you. So I think it's just a matter of counting 1, 2, 3. But as soon as you step out and you're off backstage, it's just a completely different world. Like, you feel as if you're a completely different person as soon as you get back up on stage, and I love that feeling. I thrive for that. So I would do all of them, like 3 hours of intense getting ready, 3 to 5 hours intense stress and getting ready, just to be out there for that good 30 seconds to a minute of just walking and, you know, really strutting your stuff. I love that.
Goodness me, I respect your model so much. Me right now, I'm stressed with uni and my assignments, so that's enough stress for me. Well, Naya, it's been such a pleasure interviewing you.
It's been a pleasure too. Thank you for having me.
I wish you all the best. Yes, of course. You're one of the hottest African models in Australia right now. Like, you're one of my favorites, so I really wish you a lot of success, and I'm so proud of everything that you've accomplished.
Thank you so much. Thank you a lot.
For anyone who's a bit curious of, like, you know, whether she's on social media, yes, she is. She's on Instagram and Facebook. Do you mind telling them what are your Instagram and
My
everything?
Instagram name is Luak, so it's NYALUAK_Leth, LETH, and my Facebook is Luak Mayen. So yeah, hit me up, guys.
Like her page and follow her.
Thank you, guys.
Well, guys, that's it for us today, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Inspiring Africans. I'm your host, Belesia. Goodbye.